AB Convos Wrestling Edition, your premier source for sports entertainment. Welcome everyone to A and B Combos. I am A.
I'm B.
This is our inaugural episode, Wrestling Edition. Thank you for joining us today.
Must-see TV, baby.
So,
in this corner, from Downers Grove, Illinois, weighing 225 pounds, Angelo Puffball.
watching around the world. Let's get ready for
AB Convos! This is
TNA Convos Wrestling Edition.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to the most must-see wrestling review, live reaction, and watch-along show in all the land. I'm talking about I am AJ,
I'm Becky.
A and B Combos,
A
Wrestling
Wrestling
Edition.
Edition.
What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Coming in just a smidge early for a little TNA wrestling. We're ready for the Impact Zone.
That's right.
But before we do, because we're in a little early, we're going to give these channel mascots what they came for, the only thing that they're here for. So let me go ahead, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I introduce to you the most must-see wrestling review, live reaction, and watch-along mascots in all the land. Coming in first is the original channel mascot. She's a Shih Tzu Terrier of Terror, weighing in at 15 pounds. Show your love for the one you can't see, but you can feel her presence, Bone Crusher! The other channel mascot is a mini golden doodle mix from parts unknown, weighing in today at, what did they say, 31 pounds? 32, what was it?
I think it was 31.
31 pounds. 31 pounds. Show your love for Stella the Storyteller Rose. And they are better known as the New Age Outdogs. Yes, indeedy. And we are now live with Thursday Night Impact for TNA. If I may ask, the lovely B, who do we have up in here? I don't know why my voice went that high. Who do we have up in here with the members and the mod squad?
Well, let's give the first in line a shout out. Tremaine Young, 8, first in line.
You say Tremaine Young, and we acknowledge you. First in line with that fast.
Yes.
Hey, what up, Tremaine?
Dulcie Chatham is in the house.
What's going on, Dulcie?
Yep. What is Disclosure about, Dulcie? And then I'll decide if I want to see it. Sophie Dophie is in Yo City.
OG, triple OG, what it do?
That is the mods that's in the house right now and the member.
I love it. All right, well, let me tell you what we got going on tonight. We got a lot happening in the Impact Zone. The Righteous will be in the house. The Elegance Brand will be going against Allie, Rosemary, and Mara Sadé. You might have known her as Miss Jackson. Woo! Okay. It's a 6-woman tag situation, and I'm here for it. We've got Mr. Elegance going against Who Wants to Walk with Elijah. I love it. Leon Slater and Fabian Aichner are going head on with the system. You've got to shock the system. The TNA International Championship is on the line as the one and only Mustafa Ali defends it against KC Navarro. And I believe this is going to be one heck of a main event. I'm talking about the TNA World Championship defended tonight. Mike Santana will be defending it against Eric Young, the man who talks like this. I can't really
And who's
do
famous
his
for
voice.
the low blows?
Yeah, man. And the donkey kicks. You got to watch out. You
Who
got to
you
wear a
don't
cup.
like it? Bone Crusher, you don't like it?
You gotta wear a
it, but
cup.
you don't like it?
But it's good to see y'all. Thank y'all so much. I know. Y'all
Now
are
I
not big
know.
TNA people. I know this. You're here to hang with us, and we thank you and appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. I want to see it, but I'm so scary. I'm afraid. You want me to say it? I'm afraid.
I want you to say it right. Oh, yes. I'm going to watch it with my Undertaker. Oh, we're starting this. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Hold on, folks. We are starting this. There's something flying right in my doggone face. We are actually starting this with Eric Young and Mike Santana. Okay. That's how we doing? All right, I'm not mad at it. Let me see. Do I have that graphic? Let me take a look. See. Make sure I've got it. Yes, I do. All right, I thought this was going to be the main event, but apparently they're starting things off with this match. So, hey, we are here. Let's go ahead and get down. As I mentioned earlier, folks, it's going to be one heck of a slobber knocker, and it is not the main event, which is fine. Mike Santana is going to defend his title against Eric Young.
We are getting a
I love it.
24th Jump Street. No, thank you.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, I'm all right. Hey, Ariana.
You know, they really weren't bad.
Hey, Dro. I guess I need to watch him.
Now, keep in mind, fine folks, I understand this is a slight departure from the show. We grew up with the show. The show was bomb. The show is goated. The show made Johnny Depp who Johnny Depp is. If it wasn't for 21 Jump Street, we would not have Johnny Depp.
But then they took it into a comedy style that was just, I don't know, it didn't work for me.
I didn't think it was bad.
Hey, Tyrell Breed.
Kind of dug it. What up, Tyrell Breed? Kind of dug it.
I gave shouts to everybody already, sweetheart.
Love it. Appreciate that. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Here's the tail of the tape. 6'1" for Mike Santana, 5'11" for Eric Young, 230 versus 232. That's pretty much even. We got the spin the block and the pile driver. So basically, these gentlemen are just about even Steven. Anybody want to call who's going to get this dub?
Hell yeah, Santana. Don't trip.
I mean,
Santana all day.
But here's the thing.
Don't you take that belt off, Santana.
There's word on the street
that he's coming to NXT.
And as we have seen,
is he coming to NXT?
As we have just recently seen on NXT, Tatum Paxley defended her title against Zarya, lost that title, and she said goodbye to that audience. So my question is that going to happen with my man Mike Santana?
I mean, I guess that is the question, isn't it?
I'm going Eric Young for the win here, folks. I think it's time. One fall.
Why did they trade?
I don't know. Dogs, man. Dogs be wildin'.
Dogs be wildin'.
Good to see everybody. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. What's a spinoff called Booker? Booker?
That sounds familiar, Dawson.
Wait. Was that oh crap. Was that the heck was that guy's name? You're talking about 21 Jump Street, right? With I think I know what you're talking about. I think I did watch a little bit of that. It didn't do well.
Yeah.
Because he came on the show a little later. Dang it, what's his, okay, hold on. Dawsey, what's his name? What's the actor's name on that?
Does this taste like cheesecake? I don't know.
Smells like it. Let's see.
But I think it's going to be a really good match nonetheless.
Um, um, I don't think so.
No, right?
I don't know what it tastes like.
Cheesecake.
I don't know what it tastes like, but it ain't cheesecake. That is true. That's true. Brooklyn Nine-Nine did. Richard Grieco. Thank you. That's his name.
Oh.
Richard Grieco. Oh my gosh.
My favorite role of Richard Grieco was Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, not a good film. What's up, Ariana? Good to see you. Right? That was who was in the
Maybe, Dro. Maybe that's how we'll go.
was Richard Grieco.
Richard Williams.
Hold on, let me take a look.
That's true, Richard. That's true.
Wait, Richard Grieco was in here? What up, Richard Grieco?
That CM Punk is going to be leaving WWE. I saw something about it.
I don't buy it.
You know, rumors be rooming.
I don't buy it. And neither should y'all.
Hey, stop going back and forth to everything she's doing.
Yeah, Booker. That's
Greedy.
exactly right. Yeah, it only lasted for a season, 22 episodes. I mean,
It was hard to have successful spinoffs
Yeah.
back in the day. I'll tell you. I mean, first of all, they tried to give Joey his own spinoff off of Friends. You know what I mean? And that didn't work
did
because
not work.
sometimes it really is about the chemistry between the whole show and not just the chemistry, like just one person. So the only way to really have a successful spinoff like that is to really have a great another cast and a really great writing team. And no, it's not. And I don't know what it is too. Like sometimes, even when a part 2 of a movie I really like to come out, I don't really want to. I'm like, I'm good with the first one. Oh no.
I will say
It
this much.
depends.
Back in the
I'm weird
day,
about that.
spin-off shows typically did
stop.
not work. Now, granted,
Hi, Dylan. How
some
are
spin-off
you?
shows did, like The Jeffersons. The Jeffersons was actually a
Yep.
spin-off,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
Family Matters was
Mhm.
actually a spin-off.
Yep.
Perfect Strangers was actually a spin-off.
Yep.
So there are some shows that do actually work, but most of the time they do not. I will say that much. They do not. Eric Young firmly in control of this match right now.
So Perfect Strangers was a spinoff of
Perfect Strangers was I gotta remember what the show was because
I feel like I do remember that, but I don't remember what show it came
yeah,
from.
I have to go back and
but
remember what that was.
Mork and Mindy. I remember Mork was on Happy Days. Was he on Happy Days first and then they made that into a show?
I
Or
want to
wonder-
say yes.
Mork and Mindy was really successful too. I mean, Robin Williams, you know, but nonetheless.
Okay, let me see. Oh no. No, I am mistaken. I'm backing it up. Perfect Strangers was not a spin-off. It was an original show. However, it was the parent show for the spin-off that was Family Matters.
Gotcha.
So there we
Okay.
go.
There you go.
There we go.
There
So
you
that's
go.
how that worked. That's how that worked. Yes. Actually, I saw now that we're on commercial break, I saw a Twitter, I think if you want to go down the rabbit hole and say, okay, we're going to just kind of fantasy book this.
Hey, Monkey Says, welcome
What up,
from
Monkey
the UK.
Says?
2 a.m. in
Welcome.
the morning.
Welcome.
Wow, what are you doing up at 2 a.m.?
I understand that you said you don't like part 2s. I understand this.
Sometimes.
Stella. I understand this. I will say this much. Me being a Star Trek person, I will say in this instance, with the original cast, The first movie was what it was. But part 2, The Wrath of Khan, arguably the best in the Star Trek series.
Oh.
You actually you watch the first film and you just go, this is like a really long episode. And you're thinking, we're going to do part 2. I don't know. Part 2 dealt with, interestingly enough, there was an episode of Star Trek that dealt with Khan, and this basically was an extension of that episode. And Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, arguably to this day, came out in 1982, goated as the best Star Trek film of all time.
I don't think when I would think about part 1 and 2 of movies that I would think about Star Trek. I feel like that's different. I feel like when you have something that's like been going on for that many years, when they come out with different Star Treks, you have so many different dimensions. And just like Marvel, I don't feel like those are necessarily like, there is the first Thor and the second Iron Man and things like that. But like it's a little different in the comic or space.
Well, Rocky Part
world.
2. He finally beat Apollo.
I did like Rocky Part 2.
Gonna fly now.
Hated Apollo dying. I mean, that was so
That was part
stupid
4.
in
That was part 4.
part 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that was just something I wish I could unsee. The last
all
Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said, something I wish I could unsee. As far as I'm concerned, it never happened. I feel that way about the last episode of Veronica Mars as well. Sorry, I liked Veronica Mars until the last episode. I was so irritated. I
do you
don't
like the
know why
movie?
you always got to kill people off, huh?
How'd you like the movie?
The Veronica Mars movie, I liked it better because that ended with her and Logan together, and the last series hadn't happened yet. So I'll just act like that was where they ended.
The last season. Yeah.
The last season, and try to act like that didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. Ariana, great question. I would probably say there's a very, if there's a situation where Bailey's contract expires
Hi, Destin.
and she decides, like if they come to an arrangement where she's not going to continue with the WWE, I think she would actually have great success in AEW. I really do. Dead City. See, we got to power through. We're now catching up on The Walking Dead, and now we've got to power through because, as you can see, Negan is perfectly fine.
Yeah, and our daughter was like, "Oh, I had started over." I'm like, "Nah, you're gonna have to just fast forward."
Yeah,
to
there's
where
way
we
too
are.
much Walking Dead for us to
There's
start over.
Way too much to start over.
Cannot do
You
it.
just got to fast forward, man.
All right, we're back in the action here. Mike Santana is in a bad way. Eric Young, they are outside the ring.
I do. Hey, OTC.
What up,
Okay.
OTC? We acknowledge
You'll
you.
see us Friday. Okay, we'll see you Friday, tomorrow. Law and Order was a good show, Roland.
I was big on Criminal Intent, and then I fell right into SVU. Right into it.
Yeah.
Haven't looked back.
We hate when you kill off people unnecessarily. Like some people think that you just can't give people a happy ending, and I don't see why that's necessarily true.
Down.
And I just feel like, or like the Veronica Mars, the character they killed off at the end had such an awful life and went through so much and ultimately became such a good guy. And it just, it would have been fine without you ruining it with that. It really would have. So I don't know. I just thought that was stupid and unnecessary.
Well, I'll tell you what's not. We got ourselves Dylan
Dylan.
Danger in the house because it's a highway to the Dylan Zone. And the one and only Rolling Bird. Keep rolling, 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 rolling Bird. What up, Rolling Bird?
Although I've already talked to both of you in here, we still did it.
I think we got to give you the shouts,
we gotta
the
give
proper
you the
shouts.
You're going to surprise us tomorrow. That's good, OTC. Be looking forward to it.
Yes, All in the Family actually was a successful spinoff. You're right about that. It was a different time, but you're absolutely right
Sure,
about
Dro. I'm not into that, and I don't really know about these people. Since you do, I'll take your word for it. Supergirl doesn't come out till June 26th. That's fine. We have to go see He-Man. And apparently Disclosure I don't know if I could sit through it. I could try. I
Oh,
don't
that Steven
know.
Spielberg movie
Yeah. I might have
with
to
the
take
clicks.
some calming medicine to
Good
sit through
girl.
it.
Maybe. Yeah, we have not yet watched the spinoff of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We will have to check that out.
Yeah, I have not watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air spinoff. I mean, it's not really a spinoff, right? It's actually just the story without it being comedy, more like what it really was, the drama version of it, as opposed to making it a funny thing.
Yeah, when people, okay, so yeah, when it comes to movies, I've talked about this before. When I went to film school, I had these arguments with my teachers. The whole point, the whole premise, the whole idea of a character dying. Sometimes people just die. I understand that, but basically, in a storytelling mode, a character's death is supposed to push another character's story arc over, and I think it's old hat. I think it's old Hollywood writing, and I think that just needs to. I think that needs to die. To be honest with you, some people need to die sometimes, and I get it, and whatever. Ooh, Eric Young just bum rushes the ref. We got a spinning clothesline from Mike Santana cover. The ref is knocked out. Nope, give me my ref shirt. Give me my ref shirt.
I will not.
I need to get in there. I need to get in there. Oh, that ref.
Shenanigans. Well, now I'm a little worried about Santana winning.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a little cray-cray.
And the dude in the red and black shirt looks like he could be a ref. Let him do it.
But yeah, man, when a character dies in a certain film, especially, it's unnecessary. Because for me, the reality is there's a low blow. See, nobody ever wears a cup. How do we not learn this when you fight Eric Young? Wear a cup. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it serves, like when Obi-Wan died in Star Wars: A New Hope. That was necessary. You know, some deaths were necessary, but then you look at Luke Skywalker, his death sucked. I mean, it sucked. It was unnecessary. It was stupid. It didn't serve a real purpose. It was lame. It was totally lame. Eric Young blasts Santana with the belt. Ref still down, setting up the pile driver, connects. Now we got to cover. He's too close to the rope, so he might get his foot on the ropes. Hold on. We got a 1. We got a 2. We got a... Nope. He got his arm on the ropes. Broke the count. My goodness. The match continues. Eric Young is livid. Okay, ref, do your job. What are you?
Right.
Why are you
What
just
are you
pointing?
doing? Is this a no DQ match?
It is not.
So what are you doing?
Uh-oh. Is that move? It's Ricky Sosa. He's back. Well. Did not expect this. And Santana retains. Santana retains with the assistance of one returning Ricky Sosa. Oh, man. Oh, I like it, man. Oh, man. Eric Young is shook.
He's running after Sosa.
The non-mustache is rattled. Santana's hurt, though. He's hurt. Those pile drivers. Those are problems. Business is picking up once again. Nick Nemeth has arrived. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Oh gosh, is he about to call his shot for the title? Are we doing this?
The fact that he has to carry that cup around is just a little ridiculous.
I think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
I would use it as a weapon. Nemeth is extending the hand and he pulls him up. Hold up.
Why are you
my.
telling him, come on, Santana, don't be dumb?
He said he's a man of his word. Okay, so he's calling his shot a Slammiversary.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Well, business has picked up, folks. Mano y mano, he said, I'm going to look you dead in your eyes into the ocular stems of your soul and call my shot at Slammiversary.
What kind of crowd is this?
Bipolar.
Do it now, jerks.
I'm not totally mad at this.
I'm interested to see it.
I'm not totally mad at this. And once again, Nemeth extendeth the hand.
Santana,
And Santana,
don't
he's
be a
backing
jerk.
away. He's backing away.
Don't be a jerk.
Don't leave me hanging, bro. And there we go. It's now official. We have an accord.
An accord.
Nick Nemeth will face his arch nemesis, Mike Santana, for the TNA World Championship.
I should have brought our pirate hat if I knew. You could just be a pirate doing commentary. That would very much set us apart.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Was he that buff in WWE? Or did he like buff up a
Oh,
little
he
bit?
did. Oh, he most certainly did.
He bulked up.
Yeah, he did. Twisted Metal. We have actually watched some of Twisted Metal. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Oh, hey, Marvelous Queen.
What up, Marvelous Queen? I actually got her into Harry Potter. And now she
Uh-huh.
loves it.
Oh, a video game is different, Sophie Duffy. Hey, Roger.
What up, Roger Pace? Good to see you, my friend. Video games not the same thing. 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 Not even remotely close to being the same thing. Yeah, the Joey spinoff seemed like it would have some potential, but that's what she was saying also. It's not just about the person, because a lot of times they think, oh, you're a great character. We love you. We're all in on you. But there's really something special about the chemistry of the entire group. Like we were saying, we've been catching up on some old Three's Company shows, and they went through there was Chrissy, there was Chrissy's cousin, there was Terry. They ran through landlords. Like they had a lot of changes.
Well, they only had 2 landlords, right?
Well,
Mr.
yeah, but what
Burley
I'm
and Mr.
saying
Roper,
is
yeah.
that with all the changes that the show had, it was still a very successful show.
Except for
But
Jack and Janet.
then they had the spinoff, Three's a Crowd, with just Jack Tripper and his lady, and that show failed.
I didn't. Oh, hello.
That show failed miserably. Well, I think it lasted barely a season.
I don't even remember that show.
Exactly. So you're thinking, oh, it's the power of this one character that can carry a show. And then you realize, nah. It's the power of everybody.
No, and him and Janet's chemistry was really important.
Mm-hmm. It's like we're dealing with the NBA Finals. How many times have we seen somebody put up 50 points, 60 points, whatever it is? Remember that time Kobe did like 80 points and your team still loses?
Mm-hmm.
It's a collective that gets it there, man. It's
Hey,
a collective.
Blake.
What up, Blake? The Harry Potter series should be fire. We're actually looking forward to that. We've enjoyed the movies. Yes, and God rest John Ritter's soul. I was a fan of his, and it sucked that he was doing a show that then just, it was what it was due to his untimely passing.
Right?
He had some kind of like a valve heart defect. And I don't know if that's something that can be detected or whatever, but he had some kind of a defect in a valve in his heart. And it really kind of sucked. Yeah, the Ropers had a failed spinoff. It's just unfortunate. Yes, the Knicks. I showed her the game-winning shot. The the reality is, man, down 29 points. We were live when that game was going on, and I was like, it's over.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And they rallied back to win by 1 point. Now that's just
Wait, Laverne and
incredible.
Shirley moved? Was it a spinoff or they just moved?
I was never a big fan. She's been watching that a little bit. I've never been a big fan of the
First
show.
of all, Laverne and Shirley is hilarious. It literally has that I Love Lucy and Martin level of funny, like physical comedy. They're always somehow having to get extremely ridiculously physical. I don't know how they kept coming up with these different ideas. Well, they were like low rent factory workers that almost, I think, like temp agency. They were always trying to take on a new job. So every job, there was something hilarious where they couldn't last and they had to go do the next hustle or whatever.
Mhm.
But like, seriously, I mean, they were doing one where Laverne was dating this guy and they kept telling her he's a bad guy. And then when she finally realized he was, they're little, and she tried to leave and she had a jacket on and he just put her up on the hook. And she literally she can't go anywhere because her jacket's on the hook. So then Shirley comes in and it's the same thing. And so and they're just like, but they can't. And they're trying you see them trying to run. The comedy they were able to do up on these hooks was so funny. Now you could have just unjacked your jacket, but nonetheless,
That's fair.
like, it was so funny. And it was just clever. It was just
fair.
clever. There's not a lot of clever, like, that's why I love Lucy so much, because her comedy was so physical and she did it so well. And they also did physical comedy well. Martin Lawrence, the physical comedy he was able to do on Martin with all his character was also hilarious.
Agreed.
You don't find a lot of physical comedy like that these days,
Agreed.
unless it's just over the top, raunchy and crass.
Agreed. And we have our son up in here, Pretty Richie.
Hi, Pretty Richie. Hi, CT Hill.
What's going on, CT Hill?
Yeah, you know what? I never really got into Charmed. Mama's Family, I did watch when I was younger.
Yeah, it wasn't my kind of show. I didn't get into Charmed. I didn't get into I didn't like Mama's Family. I know I had a friend that loved the Benny Hill show. I didn't like that. There's some shows that just weren't my
I couldn't
my
get into
thing.
Benny Hill either. Watch The Rookie. I feel like, what is The Rookie? I feel like I have.
You might have. But for a while, I was into like certain cop shows and hospital shows, and then I had to kind of get out of that. It got too much.
Yes,
It got
I
too
Dream
much.
of Jeannie and Bewitched came on back to back, and that was a daily.
We
I
watched
Dream of
those in
Jeannie,
reruns.
Bewitched, and I tried to watch Incredible Hulk, but I was so scary as a kid. It scared the mess out of me when he turned into the Hulk. He was so scary.
I was fine with the Incredible Hulk. It was scary when you had, I don't know if you guys remember this, there was a thin Hulk. There was an evil thin Hulk. And he had like these jagged teeth, and it was just, I was like, oh gosh, he doesn't look right. Even the Incredible Hulk was like, are you all right? You know, like it was crazy.
Yes, Mad TV was
Goated.
the bomb.
Goated.
The bomb.
Goated.
The spawn seed of the gods.
A titan amongst men. This sounds
He's a Nephilim.
Clash of the Titans. Oh, you
that's
pigs.
rude.
Wow. Rude. Rude much? Every time he says that, I just want to go, Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy.
He
All
is
right, here we go.
so funny looking.
Here we go.
I don't know what it is that he is so funny looking. He looks like a puppet to me, or like AI trying to make something that just didn't come out looking right. Which oh my gosh, AI has done some things.
Right?
Yeah, like when AI will do something, you'll be like, that just don't even look real. He don't look real. He looks weird.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what we
It's
got
like-
going on here, folks. We got Mr. Elegance.
His head is big. He's kind of bobbleheady. He's very bubbly in a weird way. Almost like he got implants instead of real muscles.
Well, that
He's just
whether
weird.
that may be, I know he's going to be going against your boy, Mr. Elegance, against Elijah. He does have the washboard abs, though.
I mean, are they natural or did he pay for them?
She took a picture of my washboard abs. I'll post that on the socials later.
Did I send it to you? I did,
Yes.
right?
We will post that up.
This isn't just my boy. This is our brother. Come on, Elijah.
Yeah, I might have got rid of. Yeah, I didn't get rid of that picture. Suge Knight wannabe.
Oh!
We were just talking about Uncle Phil. That's awesome.
Ain't got no skill, Uncle Phil. He does look like Beavis' last name.
Who looks like? Oh wow, that's hilarious.
You just need
With
a butthead.
Elijah. I gotta try to learn how to play the guitar. I still have my trumpet. I'm trying to learn how to play.
We'll get those lessons going as soon as we move.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead. Shut up, Butt Munch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Cease and desist.
Elijah's getting served. He just said, "You've been served, sucker." Did the bell just ring? Oh my. He's not ready. We got to cover. Mr. Elegance has just defeated Elijah. I think that was quicker than a Divas match.
That's
Should we
not
start
an
a
elegant fashion.
hashtag give Elijah a chance? Why does dude looking like he's coming from the pool? Smelling of cocoa butter and desperation. What's going on over here? You got some flip-flops on? Mad TV was good until it wasn't. The last season, like the characters, people it just wasn't hitting. Just like in Living Color.
Right.
Like the last season of Living Color, last 2 seasons, it just didn't hit.
Not all of it. There was some stuff that hit.
No, no.
Jamie Foxx.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
but
there
I'm
was
like,
a
if
few
you watch if you
characters.
really go back and watch the last season of
The
Living Color,
last season.
it was
Yeah.
trash. It was trash. NYPD Blue. Let me tell you something, Sophie Dophie. Now that was my show. I was a faithful follower of that show, and I'm going to tell you right now, Dennis Franz, God bless that man. He was a character actor for years, but he understood what he had, and he says, I'm going to ride this until this show ends. He didn't miss a day. He doesn't like, oh, I got famous for a year. Let me go start doing movies. He knew what he had. That was a paycheck. Love that show, NYPD Blue. But that was another example that I hated where like his partners would come in and then they would die. Rick Schroeder, Jimmy Smits. I mean, you're killing me. Oh my. Here's Lei Ling Lee taking it to Mr. Elegance, whooping his butt. I love the intergender. Ooh, right to the bread basket. Nice. Neck breaker off that top rope. She got her Vengeance Day. Look at that. Windmilling on him. Windmilling. Uh-oh. Got Brookside over here. Now she's laying into Lei Ling Lee. Now she's windmilling. Oh, she grabbed the hair like a street fight. Oh, she about to do something to her. Yep, nope. Lee said nope. Got her over the shoulder. What's she about to do? She about to do something bad to her. Spinning her around, drops her like a bad habit.
She sure did.
Take that guitar. Do something. Oh, don't do this. She's waiting for it. She's waiting for it. My. We had a Johnny Gill moment over here. I liked it, man.
Hey, Dietrich, do you think he's hot? I just think he's funny looking. Like his head is big and oddly shaped, and his proportions are off. I mean, there's some attractive men there, and I don't think he's one of them. But hey,
everybody, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We're not here to judge. Like, for example, Pretty Richie's not a fan of Saturday Night Live. And I understand they had some lean seasons.
SNL is hit and miss, Brad. When I watch SNL, depends on who the character is. It depends on the skits. Sometimes they're not funny at all. Let me tell you what was funny. When they had Kylo Ren on there hosting, what's his name? Whatever his name is. And they did an undercover boss with Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver.
That was one of the funniest skits that I've seen. Like, for real, like, I've watched a lot of Undercover Boss too. To do that with Kylo Ren, like, you killed their whole family.
All of Black Jeopardy is hilarious. We kept doing that when they did a spoof on Samuel L. Jackson. And, you know, that's a stupid ass question, and I hope you burn in hell. I mean, it's just, they have some funny stuff, but it's, again, like she said, it's hit and miss.
Hit and miss, man. So, yeah, there could be a show where, like, the whole thing is not funny.
Yep.
And then ever so often they have ones where you're just like, oh, that's just gold. It's gold.
But again, Dietrich, I respect the fact that you are saying you are loving you some Mr. Elegance. And like I said, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And we respect you for it. And you, and like Sophie Dolphy, she loves Friends. And this is where we kind of, there's a divide because we have well, let me say we watch shows. Like a lot of people do, like comfort shows as you're falling asleep. And Seinfeld is really kind of my comfort show. Friends was kind of her, before we moved, she would prefer Friends and I preferred Seinfeld. But let me be clear. The first season of Seinfeld, garbage. Absolute garbage. They were finding their way, and I understand that, and I got to give some grace.
Every first season.
It really didn't pick up to like the third season. So the first season was trash. The finale, the series finale, absolute horrible. I wish it would just be thrown in the dumpster, never to be seen by the light of day again. But we were just watching some Seinfeld and then some Friends the other day. Now, last night we were catching up on The Walking Dead. You know, and we were like, it's like 2:00 in the morning. We got to get some sleep. Yeah. I was like, no, one more episode. We got to keep going. Mm-hmm. We got to catch up. There's too much Walking Dead to not get caught up.
Well, it's really funny too.
Thank you, Dietrich. I appreciate that.
It's really funny because Walking Dead became something we were addicted to. Like, we were told about it. Our youngest was in treatment at the time. And so her and I we were like, we'll just watch an episode, see how we feel about it. Next thing you know, we're like 4 episodes in. And he's coming the next morning, so I tell him, so he binges it. And the next day, we just binge it I think we binged it for like, we
forever.
Just binged it
Then
forever.
They abandoned me.
And then we did abandon him. But last night, we started watching it again.
Yeah, but that's cool. I got more tats. I'm doing a whole thing. You can't see it with my shirt on. She's got a lot more tats than I do, but I'm doing pieces at different times. It's supposed to be one harmonious thing. So I've got tats on my so basically I'm going to be doing a whole thing. These are things here. I got stuff over here. I got a tattoo in my butt. But it's going to be one harmonious piece overall. The tattoos that I have on my ankles, those are just whatever things, but they have meaning to me. So they're not canon to the rest of my tats.
They're not canon.
The tattoos of my ankles are not canon.
And these tattoos,
yes,
are matching. So if we hold hands, you can see King and Queen and our
wedding anniversary
date. Yes, I did watch Frasier, and I also did watch Third Rock from the Sun. I didn't watch Third Rock from the Sun as faithfully. It was okay. There were some funny moments, but I wasn't like hooked on it. It wasn't my favorite. Like, I would watch it if it was on. Frasier, I really did actually like Frasier. That was a successful spinoff from Cheers, because I also did watch Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Watch Cheers. I didn't love Frasier. If you had to pick one, Fresh Prince or Martin?
Fresh Prince or what?
Martin.
Wait.
I'm choosing Martin.
I mean, Martin. I mean, I liked all of the characters on Fresh Prince, and I guess it depends on the season, but when they were in school versus when they were older and had their own, like the stuff that was going on, the show changed a lot over the years, but probably Martin, but it probably would depend on the episode that was on.
But Martin got weird when him and Gina had a whole thing, and then they weren't able to film together.
Then it got
So they
weird.
did separate, like, yeah. And then it got bad when Martin grew the goatee. The show changed, and then I was kind of like, it's the vibe changed. I was out.
Yeah, yeah. I did watch Jamie Foxx show.
Jamie Foxx was a great show.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was a great show. He actually also is huge on physical comedy, all in on that. Jamie Foxx is just so talented in every single way. I did know Rona. I've met her. She actually did publish a book about people who like survived and overcame hard things, and she actually published our youngest daughter's story in there. So and she was on Jamie Foxx. She was like his interest and like competitor when it was in the advertising agency. But yeah, Jamie Foxx was a good show too.
Max Santana backstage talking to Nick Nemeth.
You know, Dietrich, we were saying that we haven't actually seen the Fresh Prince reboot, and I know it's a different because the Fresh Prince original was a comedy based on him moving out there, whereas the reboot was supposed to be like what it was really like when he moved out there,
dramatic.
not the funny side, the dramatic side. So I didn't really.
And to answer your question, for me, last name, middle name, SNL had a million songs, but the one that always stands out for us that we constantly repeat is "Threw It on the Ground." "Threw It on the Ground" is just, it's goated.
Threw it on the ground. This dude looks like a midget.
I'm an adult. Yeah, it's just, it's
I'm not
goated.
a part of your system. And every time I see the system, I think about that. I'm not a part of your system. Living Single was an absolute banger. Living Single was a banger. I did not miss Living Single when it was on. Banger of a show.
The Black Friends.
Always been a big fan of Queen
It was the
Latifah.
original
Everything
Friends.
she does.
And the Friends stole it.
Stole it.
But that's okay. Tat on the butt does not say this end up. That would actually be hilarious. It says exit. No, I'm just kidding. No, it has, it's a very specific tattoo. I can tell you what I did. You could see the episode. It's actually on TV. It's televised. I got a tattoo on live television. Not live television.
Marlon Wayans. I did like the Wayans brothers. I absolutely did like the Wayans brothers. I was a fan. Marlon Wayans' comedy is great. Marlon Wayans has done some hits and some not so great hits. His last show on Netflix, that movie was not so good to me. But I always, whenever Marlon Wayans drops a movie on Netflix or wherever, I always watch it. I'm a huge fan of his. He's just really, really, really talented, just like the rest of his family. I think he's a little more talented than his brother.
Really?
That brother. I mean, Sean. Yeah, a little bit. Well, as far as comedy goes. What was the other show you were saying? Oh, Norbit. Let me tell you something. We are such fans of Norbit. We were so surprised when Eddie Murphy did not show, like when they were doing his career achievement on Netflix. If you watch it, they were showing parts of all his different movies and characters. They were showing, obviously the clumps and all of this stuff, and they did not show anything from Norbit at all. And we were like,
very surprised.
And Cat Williams was not there.
Very surprised.
Or Eddie Griffith.
I mean, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, but
couldn't fit everybody.
Those two weren't there, and you didn't show anything from that show. They were on that show with him. On
Terry
that
Crews
movie.
wasn't there either. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
So everyone that was in that movie, all the comedians that were in that movie with him, none of them were there.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't
I
know.
feel like there's more to that story.
There might be, but I'll tell you what we got going on right now.
But why?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sophie Dolphy, that's the point. Why?
We got the system. This is a tag match going against a team of Leon Slater and Fabian. And I'm going to be honest with you. I do not care for the fit, the attire, the gladiator thing that Fabian comes out in. I just don't think it's him. I don't like the character. I think we need to do better. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. And I don't think it's getting over with the crowd, quite frankly. And I feel for him because he's a talented guy, but he's still trying to find his way. And man, they just never should have broke up Imperium. I perfect example, man. Perfect example. But then again, 2 of the 3 guys went on to great success. So we cannot deny that. He just,
I mean, we'll see. Don't count him out yet. Give him a minute.
I feel like he's getting Dawkinsed. That's my concern. You break up the Street Profits, somebody's got to get Dawkins. Somebody's got to get Janetti'd. Somebody, when the Rockers break up.
Come out here with his do-rag on and then take it off. Take your do-rag off before you come out here, fool. This ain't Walmart. Hey, well-rounded Leo.
What's up, well-rounded Leo? Good to see you. The thing about both Seinfeld, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. When it comes to Seinfeld and Friends, both shows are set in New York City, and anybody's ever been to New York City, and those that are from New York City, you know full good and well it's a melting pot of people. And generally speaking, those were some of the lightest, if you understand what I'm saying, shows of New York City you've ever seen. They've had occasional splashes of color in those shows, but for shows that are set in the heart of New York City, both shows, I got to call it out, very sparse when it came to color. Never made any sense to me.
You know what? Tiana Taylor did do her thing when she was on SNL CT Hill. Yes, she did.
Yes, but I'm actually not a fan of improv comedy, to be honest with you. It was never I don't.
Well, whose line
I don't
is
love
it
it
anyway?
Yeah. I like the comedy aspect of it. I just don't like improv. So I never really got into that show.
I don't know why. I never really got into MASH. I don't know why. Like, I've seen a few episodes of it. Never got into it. Loved Gilligan's Island. Loved the Munsters. You said you never got into the Munsters, huh?
No, I did. But again, you know, these were shows we all watched in reruns because these shows came before us. But these are shows we were watching reruns like Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island. I mean, I did. The thing about Gilligan's Island that never made sense to me, and it just you had to leave your suspension of disbelief at the door every time you watched that show.
Oh yeah.
You know, you just had to accept it for what it was.
Yeah.
Which was fine. Hey, look,
that was the
Dietrich,
same thing with Get Smart.
Yes, which I didn't watch. That wasn't my thing.
Oh, I did.
Speaking of Marlon Wayans, because I understand that you liked him in White Chicks, did you see? I don't know if you mentioned this earlier and I missed it, but did you see the new Scary Movie? Because there is where we saw the movie. We have another channel called A&B Convos Reacts, and we do some reviews, and we just watched that movie, and we're going to be dropping our review on it. We can't talk about it just yet, but I'm curious to know if you watched it and if you liked it, because there was a cameo, and I'm going to leave it at that if you have not seen it. Pretty Richie, we will have to debate Vampire in Brooklyn another time.
Hey, Aaron Drew. Hey,
what up, Aaron Drew?
Celeste.
But Celeste is in the house. We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. It had its moment. The funniest part of Vampire in Brooklyn was the preacher. If every day's a sunny day, then what's a sunny day?
Right.
Now, brother was down there with that $2 hole on Bushwick and 8th. He had a good time with that. That was evil. But he had a good time with that $2 hole. You can push a $2 hole to the line. They ain't got no limit. That was the funniest bit of that entire film. Oh, damn. Okay, let's go outside and have, it was.
Now, everybody on here knows.
It was great.
That we will watch Friday, all 3 of them, every single time they come on. It does not matter. Out of all 3 of them, 2 is my least favorite. And as much as I love the OG and it's very nostalgic. The third is my favorite.
Interesting.
I'm a Christmas girl. It's a Christmas movie.
Interesting.
You know, it just is.
And for me, I'm going to go in chronological order: 1, 2, and 3.
3 is your least favorite?
I'm not a Christmas guy. It had 3 had some great moments. I don't like Christmas music. I don't like Christmas themes. I don't like Christmas anything. I'm not a Christmas guy. So for that reason, I had to knock it down. As far as the Knicks comeback, didn't think it was going to happen. They're now up 3-1. I know the Spurs cried in the car.
Anthony.
You know the Spurs cried in the car that night. You know they did.
You know what, Anthony? Two Broke Girls was good. I actually got into that for a little while. When I started working from home, I think maybe during COVID time or something, I think that that started coming on, and I got into it, and I thought that it was pretty good. Two Broke Girls, they were pretty funny.
It had definitely
its
some
moments.
good shows. Yeah, we too are waiting for Supergirl Celeste. We're kind of excited about that. Little House on the Prairie reboot. I didn't like the original.
No, I don't watch Empire. I've seen a few of them. I don't.
Interesting.
I try to stay with the lighthearted stuff because I have enough drama and trauma in my past in my life that I'd rather watch lighthearted stuff. I love Psych. I love Psych. He don't love Psych like I love Psych. I love Psych because not only does a person pay homage to the 80s and 90s, especially the 90s all the time, and have like a lot of the 90s, Urkel, all the different characters on there, but they're also clearly a wrestling fan, and they constantly would have wrestlers on the show in different ways. They had Mickey James on there as a roller derby girl. They had different stuff like that where they just implemented wrestling in there, and I love that too. Obviously, The Walking Dead is not lighthearted, but we just got into that show.
We're gonna watch it as soon as we're done filming
not
here.
Realistic, you know.
No, man. But as you all know, if you watched The Walking Dead
no.
and you saw Negan do what he did, take that back to Glenn. I mean, there's nobody safe on that show, and that's the one thing about The Walking Dead. Any spinoff, any of them, do not get attached to anybody ever. You will regret it. You will regret it. But Dietrich, I'm going to go ahead and drop this.
Dietrich, I thought it was crazy that Kevin Hart even invited Cat Williams to his show. He really does not like Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart don't need to include him in nothing. I don't know. He plays him on his channel, on the comedy channel. He invited him to his roast. I think that just shows that Kevin Hart is a bigger man than Cat Williams, in my opinion. Pretty Richie, you missed him going on about them coming back out of victory because we all thought it was over yesterday. And then he was like, oh my goodness. And he showed me the final thing. It was a trip when they pulled out that victory. That was crazy.
Now all they need to do is finish it out. Just finish it out. Don't get behind like that. Put the Spurs in the Hurt Locker and wrap it up. Wrap it up. So I put our A&B Combos Reacts link in the chat for you, Dietrich. So when we do our scary movie review, I want you to check it out. Let me know what you think. But you clearly saw it, and I appreciate that. What up, Anthony Rocco? I'm going to be honest with you, Dietrich. Here's my take on it. Here's my take on it. Cat Williams, he said some things when he was doing that interview when he was in what was it? The Shay Shay room. What is it called?
It said something about the Shay Shay room or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. So he's not a when somebody steals somebody else's jokes and they're not man enough to admit that they did it and they want to double down and be like, oh no, he's just whatever. These are my jokes. I wrote them. You really didn't. And so you kind of lost a little bit of respect for me. And there was a
Who did?
There was a joke that Cedric did that he claims he wrote. Now, comedians, people will steal stuff and do stuff.
Yes.
But there was a show, speaking of all these old shows, there was a show called Designing Women. And that was a joke that they actually did on that show. That was told by the black character on that show. It's called Bominicious. And he told that joke basically verbatim in one of his comedy bits. And he doesn't want to admit that he got it from Designing Women. Like, he doesn't want to, like, he wants to say this is an original joke, and it wasn't. But you're not adult enough, you're not man enough to be like, okay, yeah, we might have borrowed from and so like you want to double down, so you lost some respect from me. So I can't speak for everybody. I'm just saying for me.
He's doubled down on that to this day.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
I mean, the only thing that I could say if I was going to try to be devil's advocate and try to give him the benefit of the doubt is that there's times where you might hear something or will see something in passing and don't even really remember that that's where it came from, a song, a lyric, a joke, or whatever.
It's chaos and anarchy in the ring. I see
Cedric sitting down and watching Designing Women, but
I think he might have. I don't know if he's a guy that likes that kind of show or not. I don't know. All I know is
he had
this.
writers who were writing for him and they stole the joke.
Oh, he almost slipped.
I'm so glad he
didn't. But he was able to do it. He almost slipped. He went to that top rope. Oh gosh, that would have been bad.
Woo! Oh,
that would have been bad. Fabian almost slipped.
Thing is just crazy.
Beyond Slater doing the dang thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I hear you, but in this instance, I gotta disagree. The joke was almost verbatim. It's a long joke. It's not like, oh, I just heard this thing and passed. No, it was a long joke.
And the timing wise, what was the timing from when it came out on Designing Women?
Designing Women came out in the 80s. And he did this joke way after that.
Oh, gotcha.
Way after that.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate.
So like and it's a thing
funny
with
guy, but
he is.
Unfortunate.
But it's a thing with comedians. Like comedians, you'll see this all the time. Comedians will take somebody else's material and don't give them credit. And they have rightfully feel the type of way about that. It's like, look, if you're gonna be a comedian and do jokes that aren't yours, at least you're gonna like come clean.
That's true.
I was part of the whole beef with Drake and Kendrick. Like, you got some ghostwriters?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got some ghostwriters, bruh? Fabian attacking all the security. Oh, chop block to the knee.
The death of Robin Hood. What's that? Obviously.
Oh, yeah, that's with Hugh Jackman, I believe, right?
Really? Oh, that sounds interesting.
And Moose.
Oh, here he is.
Moose has returned. Oh, he's pissed. We got a lot of returns tonight,
he ain't
man.
A part of your system.
He's about to throw the system on the ground.
Right.
Oh, they all cleared out. They don't want no part of him. Don't nobody want to see an angry Moose coming at him.
Well, Joe Rogan is annoying anyway.
Hold on, he's got the mic.
You hated Ice Cube and Friday and all of them? Why? Please tell, because that is our favorite movie. One of them. We love Tropic Thunder too, though.
Oh yeah, Tropic Thunder is freaking fantastic. And I know it was controversial what happened with Lincoln Osiris and Robert Downey Jr. Let me just go ahead and say there was nothing racist about that in any way, shape, or form. It was a comedy bit. It was satire. It was satirical. It was genius.
It was genius.
I do Lincoln Osiris.
Hey Ariana,
damn near every day.
Yes, I like Criminal Minds. I really, really do like what I like about like Criminal Minds. Hold on, let me see what he's talking about.
Santana Morella. But FTK, that's what he means.
Son of a gun.
Hyena Black.
Hyena Black.
Next week, Hyena Black, Indy Hartwell rematch. Book it.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, but Ice Cube put his name on it like The Rock does. He just had the power. Wait. To Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Was a good movie. I forgot about that movie. That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I did not see. I didn't know that there was I know there was deleted scenes and scenes that don't make it. I have not seen deleted scenes from Craig and Willie's kitchen scene. I will have to check that out.
Oh no, I disagree. Ice Cube was perfect for Friday. He was, first of all, he wrote the movie. I understand that because he wrote the movie, he had the power to put his name on it. But he hired a whole bunch of nobodies. None of those people were, except for Nia Long. And you had some comedians like Bernie Mac, but no one had really done that at that time, what he did. And I wouldn't even want Craig being Craig is what I love in all of those movies. I love Ice Cube as Craig. I love who he is, being himself, being from South Central, understanding that life. No, I've never heard anyone say that. And you know, you could feel that way, but I can't imagine anybody else doing Ice Cube's role. And Ice Cube took a lot of acting lessons.
Yeah.
He took it very seriously.
You know what I love about Ice Cube and Ice-T? Like she said, if you go back to their earlier work, and I'm talking about when they were doing gangster rap, they were hardcore, about as hardcore it can be at that time. It was a different time, and they were a different set, and they have turned themselves to the point where you can't, like, just like Snoop Dogg. Who are you now?
Yeah.
You don't even recognize these people from when they first started.
Mm-hmm.
And I love personally, as an artist, as an actor, I love seeing that kind of growth.
Yeah.
That's probably what I love the most, is seeing the kind of growth that they're growing into characters that before, when these guys were singing songs about F the police,
right,
and they themselves play
shows.
police officers. Like, it's so interesting to see how they have grown as people.
Yeah.
I personally love that.
Yeah, because I know when he first did Boys in the Hood, I saw him saying that, like, he was just in his head too much. And so they were like, you need to get acting lessons. We need to get you out of your head. So I felt like by the time he did Friday, it felt very real to me. It was just him hanging out with his homies, being out there. It was fine. Like, I love Ice Cube. I thought it was great, but each their own.
Generally, I don't mind a wrestler when they make it a TV appearance. But there's a difference. Not all wrestlers. See, I've said this before. We're watching pro wrestling, and these people are technically acting, if you will, but they're selling. So there's a difference between selling and acting. And you see that a lot of times because when you see a wrestler do an actual acting gig, and it's not hitting the same way as when they're cutting a promo. And so you're saying to yourself, if you're acting, what's like?
Jamie complimented your shirt.
Thank you very much. I can't wait for her to come back with the baby suckling on her teeth. I showed it to her. She didn't know that. She didn't realize she said that. She didn't believe me. I showed it to her. I was like, I told you.
Naomi, come on back then.
If I got to come back with my baby suckling on my teeth, I'm beating all these heifers down. But there's a difference between the acting.
Is so successful. I mean, not all his movies are successful for sure, but it's not because he's not good in them. Like, even the one he did with Awkwafina, he did fine.
Mm-hmm.
And Awkwafina did fine, and they had good chemistry. It just wasn't a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing him on all these commercials, hearing him voice over all this stuff left and right, I love it. I love that for him. That's so awesome.
Jamie?
The baby bowl is underway.
And again, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Let me tell you something, brother. It's Nymphomania and the baby bowl, brother. She's going to bring it in, and that's going to be the bottom line, Jack. I'm all about that, dude. I'm talking to the big man upstairs, brother.
Anyway, so
get me excited about the baby bowl.
I do love the Knives Out Great American Summer Knives. I love the Knives Out series, dude. I really do.
Yeah, the Knives Out series is really good.
That was gross. So we did see Scary Movie. We are going to be dropping that review soon. We will be going to see He-Man. We'll be dropping that review soon.
He-Man.
If I could get up the nerve to see Disclosure, we're trying to bring that to you. But we do want to figure out how to start doing movie watch-alongs. Like maybe like a show where like we can watch some other show along on our other channel, watch a movie, watch a show, something like that. The same way that we do with this, but something else. So we're looking into that. I know we're going live a lot, but if we keep going live for shows that not a lot of people are coming to, we may start replacing it with going live for our other channel. Who knows?
We did a live watch along for
I really do like this.
We were behind on Stranger Things. We didn't watch it when the show first premiered, so we talking about power through, like we powered through that series, and we did do a live watch along with that series finale.
That's true. Yes.
So we did do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that.
The righteous.
Wow, she really hit
she
that.
does that with her little crack in
she
her.
really hit that. She really hit that. All right, folks. So here we go. We got the righteous.
I haven't seen Dark
right?
Wind. I don't know what that is.
The righteous coming out right now. And I'll be honest with you. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again.
True, well-rounded Leo.
He gives Elias. I'm telling you. I think
he does.
I don't know why. I feel like
it's not the same character, but it's just the
no.
dreads,
Just the
hair.
appearance. Just his appearance.
He does look like him.
There was a striking resemblance.
I think he should put dreads in his beard.
And quite frankly, I would have to take out one of these two people. I'm like, I can't have two guys in here that look the same. Maybe he played Elias.
Yes, I do think that Jeff Hardy got hurt. Oh, sorry, Ariana. The thing I like about Criminal Minds is whenever they're showing people that are really clever, the same thing about High Potential. When they're showing people that are really clever and they're able to see and put pieces together and call people and figure out they're lying instantly, and you're like, the same reason we liked the one where she could detect the lies, Poker Face. Poker Face was great.
Great show.
Great show.
Canceled it.
I love that there's when you
justice.
need to solve crimes, I'm there. And when you're solving them with really smart people putting different things together that everybody was missing. Same reason I like Veronica Mars. She was always solving mysteries and she was really, really bright.
Mm-hmm.
I just love solving puzzles. So I love those kind of shows, and Criminal Minds was great.
Well, Ron and Leo, I don't disagree with you. That's the issue that I have now with wrestlers versus back in the day. You would have a wrestler that would branch out and they would like show up on a certain show, but they were still like the wrestler. Like they weren't pretending to be an actor. Hogan was really the first one to branch out. But now everybody's a brand, right? Like everybody's got a brand. They're just coming in now, they're playing wrestler, they're cosplaying wrestler. And for my money, I'm like, if you lace them up and you get in the square circle, you're not cosplaying. You're a professional wrestler. You're going to get hurt. It's going to sting. It is what it is. Suck it up. That's one of my issues with it. Not seen Darkwind.
I like The Righteous. I like this. I like the way that he does the song, the little thing he does. I like what he wears. I like it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wonder who they're going to cover as well. Pretty Richie. I'm actually not
Ric Flair,
a fan.
Macho Man, and Roddy Piper were all kind of disturbed in their own way.
Of course.
So when you take people who are a little off and a little disturbed and turn them up, it's a little different. You can't have all people who are mentally off and wrestling. That's not going to go well.
Santina Morella's coming out here interrupting the righteous.
The righteous.
Hold on, what's going on here? I love his music though. It reminds me of like Batman, the 60s serial.
Should you start wearing sweatsuits like that?
Klaus.
The righteous.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
wow. Hey, Leah Perkins. Mr. T Cartoon. Mr. T Cartoon.
Yes, I
feel
did.
like I did watch that.
I did watch the little Mr. T cartoon. That was a thing.
Have you ever seen Mr. T's daughter? She's a comedian. She's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. I hear the Hardys.
Well, you hear Matt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How'd he get that ladder in there so fast?
So it's going to be a ladder match. Matt and Jeff, you guys are a little broken.
They have broken heart. Delete.
But,
Delete.
Yeah, but broken hearties as in like your bodies can't take another ladder match, man.
Let me tell you something. They can and they will. They broke the mold when it comes to ladder matches. And I'm excited. We got ourselves a 3-way, and you generally got to pay double for that kind of action, Cotton. With the tag belts, I'm here for it. And here comes the Elegance Brand. Yes, indeedy. Uh-oh.
Yes, indeedy.
That's so funny. These are two heels, and yet somebody are like the mean girls to another mean girl. Like we're meaner than a mean girl. Like what is that? What is that? That's wild.
Do not know.
That's wild. Oh my gosh. I'm not mad at it, man.
Bebe's Kids was hilarious.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Robin Harris. And he just took it back now. He done took it all the way back. What up, Leah Perkins? Yeah.
True, well-rounded Leo. I actually think that my brain difference makes me exciting, but it also a little scary sometimes. But not boring.
Yes, and Dodgeball is another
Dodgeball
movie
is
that I
his movie.
absolutely.
That's his movie.
Anytime it comes on, I'm watching it. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yes, Charlotte Flair
Love it.
was in Psych the movie. So I love Psych the show. I love Psych the movie. I'm telling you, their writer was a huge wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she wasn't.
Matter of fact, I even quoted the other day. I was like, "Oh, you caught me. I like to break a mental sweat too." You know, I just love that movie. I just love that movie. There's some movies that just work for me, and some that maybe not so much. Yeah, they're arrogant for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're living in a very interesting time right now because back in the day, I felt like there was a clearer divide between the heels and the faces, the good guys and the bad guys. It was much easier to kind of decipher them, and the bad guys didn't generally get in each other's way. You know, they just kind of respected the fact that they're like the Legion of Doom, right? So everybody has their superpowers, and we're just all kind of fighting the good guys, the Justice League, if you will.
Right.
And now there's like this, I don't know, it's like this homogenizing of wrestlers. People walk these fine lines, the Stone Colds, the LA Knights, and now you got heels against heels, and it's a very interesting time to be a pro wrestler. I saw a tweet, I think it was earlier today, and or it might have been yesterday, and it was basically a side-by-side split, WCW Nitro, WWF Monday Night Raw. What are you watching? And I'm like both. Depending on where I was on a Monday night, I would record one, watch the other, or if I could watch both at the same time, I would. But you didn't really have it like that.
These days, you would just you would just like a sports bar. You'd have two TVs up simultaneously.
Which I've seen. We watched
different.
We watched an episode of what is that? The show where they're looking at different houses, not Hometown, but the other one that we always look at on HGTV. The other one we always look at on HGTV.
It's Fabulous.
No. They're just going to, like, we're in Los Angeles and we're going through 3 homes and they're just trying to find a home to buy. Then
When they're just looking, House Hunters.
House Hunters.
Yeah. Sorry.
So we saw an episode of House Hunters, and this couple you walked into one of their rooms and they had something like 4 or 5 TVs on their wall and they had sports memorabilia in the. So I'm like, this is obviously that couple that like we saw this when we went to Vegas this last time and we walked into one of the casinos and they just have a wall of TVs, a wall of monitors, and they're just games on all of them. And I respected that.
Yeah.
If we could have done that back in the Monday Night Wars, we would have done it. And some people did. And some people had 2 TVs side by side because that was
put a TV outside in our backyard, are you?
No, but that was the beauty of professional wrestling back then, is that everything was must see. It was absolutely must see, VCR worthy television. And that is what I judge today's wrestling by. This is why I say it's a DVR worthy.
Yeah, okay, so here, well-rounded Leo, that's a really good point. It was the same thing that happened with John Cena. These new fans are all about chaos and anarchy. So heels and faces aren't clean and smooth anymore. The world doesn't even believe in good and bad like that anymore. So when you have someone who comes out and they're like, F everybody, then they're like, yay,
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you that like there are like when John Cena's coming out and he's disrespecting everybody, you're supposed to be booing him. You're not supposed to be cheering for him. Now I never booed Roman Reigns because I'm gonna be a hardcore Roman Reigns fan no matter what he does.
I think you might have booed him once. I think you did. I could be wrong. All right, folks, we got the Elegance brand coming out right now.
Y'all can search all the videos. I never booed Roman from the day. Now, the first time when we were there in person, when he first debuted and the Shield came in, and I was like, who are these dudes coming in here? Like, do they go here? Did they whatever? But I still noticed them. I was like, oh, who is that?
That's funny. That's funny. Here we go, folks. The Elegance brand coming in hot. Coming in hot. Pew, 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 pew. Coming in hot. This is going to be a heck of a match right here,
right,
folks.
Well-rounded, Leo.
Allie, Rosemary, and Mara Sadé. Not the singer, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. It's going to be a situation over here.
It's all a shade of gray.
Yeah, now you want to talk about a series that was crap. That was crap. That was crap. I had real issues with that series.
It's hard with Roman because women are going to cheer him because he's fine. I mean, it just is what it is. And he commands presence and he's got charm and swag and he just is who he is. Now, Roman don't seem heel to me right now. I don't think there's anything heel about Roman right now. I feel like Jay and Jimmy are starting to act heel again.
Yeah, I hated on Roman. I did.
We will see. I definitely felt like Jacob was the heel in this situation. The way that he was acting, just bombing on his cousins because they were trying to talk to him and just, acting crazy. like he didn't care. He didn't care if he lost his job. But you talking about you need to provide for your kids. If you lose your job, how you gonna provide for your kids? So I felt like he wasn't making any kind of sense in this particular.
You know,
matchup
I'm
they
not
had.
accustomed. We see they do it a little more here. They did it in Lucha Underground. I'm not accustomed to the intergender stuff, so this is taking some getting used to. They did this in the
love it,
Attitude Era quite a
though.
bit, but it's been a while, so I got to get readjusted to that. But we got a 6-woman situation going on here, folks. The Elegance Brand just jumped on Sadé like a pack of wild hyenas. Not okay. Not okay. The bell has rung. Let's get it on, ladies.
Let's get it on. Okay, well, she missed her altogether with that last one.
Woo! Chopping the chesticles. What those chesticles ever do to you? Oh, golly. Okay, she flung her hard. I think she lost her balance. She lost her balance. Yikes.
Yeah, Jey Uso is acting more heel than Jimmy. I agree. I won't be mad at Cody going heel at all, Marvelous Queen. Not at all.
Yeah, the mixed challenge. Yeah, but it's been a while since we've seen that. And I'm all for the intergender. I know Sophie Dovey doesn't love it. I'm all for it because they all practice together, so they can do this safely. It's not really a thing, and then you kind of prey on the fact that, oh, I'm a man, I'm bigger and stronger than you. There are some women that are bigger and stronger than some of the men. So, what did you inhale, Bone Crusher? Yes, I'm
right?
talking to you. She was sneezing something out. I don't know what she's doing. Now she's looking at us like, what's up?
I know. What? What are you talking about?
What's up? I don't know. Uh-oh.
Me too, Roland. Me too. Just like
Oh, we got a
okay,
doll.
so here's an example of me being loyal to a heel. The Scarlet Witch. I was a fan. And when she turned and was the bad guy.
Wow, we got voodoo going on. We got voodoo. Okay, she's sticking the finger up. She's sticking the finger up her nose.
The finger's out of the nose, stupid.
Oh my. This is what we're doing. We got a voodoo doll. Oh my gosh, she bit the butt. What am I looking at right now?
Well, she hit her with it. Wouldn't that have made her hit her head? But anyway.
I think the power lies in their hands.
So because of the show WandaVision, you guys don't understand. WandaVision broke my heart. The end of WandaVision, I was crying hysterically. It broke my heart. As a mom who's had tragedy with her kids and things like that, it was awful. It was awful. Her losing vision and her having to give up her kids. So when Scarlet Witch was the bad guy, I felt for her, man. I know she was bad, but I felt so bad because I felt like I understood why her brain broke like that and why her pain took over. You know, it ended like it should have ended, but that was a heel that I was the bad guy that it was hard for me not to want her to.
Now me, I'm like, forget them kids. Like at the end of Scary Movie, forget them kids. That's my take on it. Gotta move on.
You know, it's funny that you say that, well-rounded, Leo. One of the reasons that I like Logan Paul is because at first he didn't know what to do with the hate and how people were treating him or whatever. And he really listened to Roman and to some of the different people about embracing it and sitting in it for a minute and just, you know, really being a heel. And I feel like Logan Paul, it sucks that he got injured. Not only did he put his all into it the way he was performing, but he really became a good heel. A good heel. He knew how to talk crap to the audience. He knew how to talk crap to each other. He knew how to get in the audience spaces. And considering that they don't like him as a person and he's in there as himself, um, he really has just embraced it. And I actually, it's one of the reasons I actually think he fits in well.
I think one of the last great heels that we've seen was Roddy Piper when he did some
I love
heel-ish. You'll never understand, man. Wow, the dog got knocked down.
She got knocked down.
And so did Ash by Elegance outside the ring. I mean, you will never truly appreciate the fact that you had Cyndi Lauper, arguably one of the biggest female pop stars in the world at that time, who got kicked in the gut by Roddy Piper. The hate that man received, and he went in all the way in. He was a consummate heel.
Yeah.
He was so good
To
at
where
his
people
job.
stabbed him.
So
More
good
than
at
once.
his job.
Because he was so good at his job. I think Ric Flair is a disgusting individual as a person. He wasn't just gross with what you said he did to people in the ring, with breaking someone's leg and dragging their face on concrete. He was a gross individual. So I know people are like, oh, he was Ric Flair. Yeah, he was Ric Flair. Gross.
He lived that character, but I
gross.
tell you, the Elegance brand has now tasted defeat. They have lost this match. My goodness. Look at this right here. Bam. The double knees. We got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 3.
1, 2, 3.
And that is how you get it done, son. Oh, but she's got her doll now. She's got her doll. That voodoo doll. I know a few people I wish I had a voodoo doll with. I'll tell you that much. On mine, putting a pin in.
Wow.
Breaking a leg, you know. Grabbing some hair, but that's all right. That's all right.
Why is she looking at it like that?
I think she's looking at it because she's amazed at its likeness.
Look
Just
at
how
this
much it
little
looks
mini
like her.
Bret Hart.
It is giving Bret Hart vibes.
You think?
It is giving Bret Hart vibes. So we're making this the main event. I love it. Mustafa Ali. This could be a situation where KC Navarro actually beats him and gets the title. We've had no title change tonight. This could be it. Now, the odds are not in his favor. It's a numbers game. KC Navarro's out there all by his lonesome, which makes it all the more reason why he might actually pull this out.
Yeah.
So we will have to see how this goes, but I'm excited for it.
JBL was a great heel. Love to hate him.
Yeah, JBL was
Jinder Mahal
good.
was a great heel.
Yep.
That first run was great. They didn't know how to run it back, but the first run was great.
Yep. But honestly, we're living in a very, very
different time.
You know, where it's sad that pro wrestling, you have promotions and they really wanted to do the show. It's all about the show. Now, let's just take WWE being owned by a parent company that's driven by the money. And they just want to see the bottom line. Where's the money coming from? And now who's really in charge? Who's really pulling the strings? And it makes you wonder about some of these asinine decisions on these matches and, you know, things of that nature. Like everybody was all in their feelings with Brock Lesnar coming back and taking it to Obafemi when we're all thinking the torch had been passed. Like that was it. And obviously he still was under contract and TKO was like, we're going to need you to show up to work. You know what I mean? Yeah, we didn't approve that PTO. We're going to need you to show up to work. Yeah. Yeah, we will, como se dice, we will sue you.
Como se dice. You know, I want to say, so they just showed, I don't know what that was, where people were being backed off of a plank with spears. It looks like they were gonna have to fall to their death. And it's the same thing on pirate ships. It's the same thing when someone is backing you with a gun and telling you, go on your knees, we're about to shoot you, and then you cooperate as they shoot you. We gonna fight. You gonna shoot me as I'm trying to kill you. I ain't sitting down doing nothing. I ain't getting on my nothing. Shoot me, but you gonna shoot me while we fighting. You gonna stab me as I'm fighting you. I'm taking you off the edge of this with me.
As a matter of fact, speaking of, let me do this. Let me do a little something for y'all. Like I said, we have different channels. And we started off doing wrestling and skits. And the wrestling took off. So our skits kind of fell by the wayside. Now we keep threatening to do some more skits. And we're trying to do it. We don't really get around to it, but I'm going to post this.
We got a lot going on right now, but things are about to change, y'all.
We did let me find this. We did a lot of comedy skits. Now, this is, you got to keep in mind, this is in our, when we first started. So this is like, we're first starting to learn how to use this software to edit and things like that. So some of the stuff was, you know, you just take it for what it is. All right.
Some of it's really good. I like our Matrix
all of our stuff
skit.
is good. All of our
The
stuff is
Matrix
good.
skit was really good. The alien encounter skit was really good.
But I'm going to share this with everybody.
The scary show we did that was kind of like Tales of the Crypt. That was like a 4-part series. Was good.
So I'm going to share this pirate thing we did.
We heard last name. We heard.
And let me pin it. All right, so I'm gonna pin this. I'm pinning this video link to one of our other channels, our comedy channel. This was an office pirate thing that we did that you might find hilarious, and then you'll be able to go on and see some of the other stuff that we did, because we did a lot of spoofs. We did a black and white kind of a thing. We did like a notebook spoof. We did Fantasy Island. We did this whole like spooky thing. It was like a series for Halloween. Funny stuff. So you might find some of these kind of humorous. So go check that out and have a laugh. We're trying to diversify our portfolio. She's not paying attention to anything that I'm saying. I don't even think y'all heard her. But go check it out. It is pinned at the top of the chat. And if you after you're done with this, give it a click and just, you know, have a good chuckle. Adjusting to Mississippi. We're adjusting. She's digging it. She loves the small town and all that stuff. It's I mean, for me, it's fine. It's not, it could be worse. I'll just say that much. I love the big city. I'm an LA guy right now through and through. That's just kind of where I like to be. I will say this much, and I don't know what it is, you know, you know, okay. All right. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Just don't want to be careful. I'm not gonna say anything right now. We'll just leave it at that. But overall, it's fine. The issue that I'm having right now are with the insects. These insects out here are something else. There's something else.
Actually,
the ants, they have,
yes.
we
Yes.
their ant hills
Are ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. So the insects here are out of control. I was exterminating yesterday. I'm spraying,
With extreme
and then I'm spraying up.
prejudice.
I'm spraying up at the up top of the corner of the door. Why was there a lizard up there? I was just chilling. I was like, oh, and then this boned out. As soon as I hit it with the spray, I didn't even see it, and then it just boned out. I'm like, is this what we're doing, Mississippi? This is what we're doing?
Aye.
Cool. There was a wasp that was trying to form a nest literally right above our door. Had to take care of that. These insects out here, I don't even understand. And you know how I feel about insects. So that's probably my biggest adjustment.
I mean, we used to get, if y'all been with us forever, you know we've had wasps and flies and mosquitoes and all kinds of things in our studio when we're recording. So that ain't new.
We had a wasp while we were recording.
We did. Actually, we had a wasp that, I don't know if you forgot that, but there was like a wasp nest or something that was outside. We didn't realize. They came into the studio. It was when we were in the other room before we moved to the bigger room. And we were like, is that a wasp? Yeah.
I don't recall that, but
can
I'll
find
tell you
the
what,
episode for you.
you might have to. All right, folks, we got ourselves the main event. KC Navarro coming out right now, looking like Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be.
Ooh.
Definitely a nod with those colors.
Yeah, for sure.
Not mad at him.
The glasses too.
Ali's reign stands at 61 days, so he's going to be facing Mustafa Ali for the TNA International Championship.
He just has a cross instead of a heart.
So Ali reigns at 61 days. Navarro pinned him in the Champions Challenge. Ali hasn't been pinned one-on-one in TNA since January. So you are now mentioning some very specific stats, which has me thinking we might get a title change. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Ali.
I am too, man. Look
So I
at
kinda
his
don't want him to
security
lose.
sitting out here.
But I tell you what, he wanted to do this kind of character in WWE, and WWE was like, yeah, no.
Right.
So I appreciate the fact that they were able to figure this out for him over here in TNA. And that's what I'm saying, man. We've been going antiquing like frequently, and we're just seeing stuff that people used to have that's really cool stuff. And it's just funny, like one man's, I don't want to say trash, but one
Junk.
man's like whatever is another man's treasure.
And
You know what I
do
mean?
plan on opening a store called Another Man's Treasure. My grandmother had one, and I'm going to bring it back. Mark my words.
Maybe all this,
Maybe.
you know, if we collect stuff from antiquing, we'll repay for it. But it's just funny when you see people in a certain promotion and you're like, we see all the potential in the world, and yet they fumble them, and then they go to a different promotion and they flourish.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what happened with Ali. Ali here has flourished. And that's good to see. And there are people who generally were like, you know what, I'm going to be at home, I'm going to collect a check. But there are people like him who want to wrestle. You don't get into professional wrestling on a whim. It takes a lot of years of hard work and dedication. And so to get to a point where you're just like on the shelf not being used, for guys like that, it's a travesty.
Oh, that's really catchy.
I like it. Now, I haven't really been hitting the predictions tonight, but I'm going to say KC Navarro is going to get this title. I say KC Navarro tonight gets that strap on.
Hey, Aaron Teagle, how are you?
What up, Aaron Teagle?
I mean, that's what she was. She only had 2 of the secret harvest, but this is how it was. I felt like with her.
I never encountered mountain lions. We did have issues with coyotes and raccoons where we
First
were.
of all, not only were there mountain lions spotted by us and in the parks where we would attend, just because we didn't run into them, but there was a bear
Bears were a thing. Yeah.
Like down. I'm not talking about like there's like bear, like, okay, there's mountains and you live right off the mountain. No, I'm talking about like down into the city, cross major streets, and then up in a tree, just chilling in a neighborhood that's full of apartments. Like there's only a couple trees. You look up and there's a bear in a tree just watching people. And then I think they got rid of that bear, went and dropped it off like far away, and it made its way back to the same city. Like it was like, no, I'm a city bear.
Well, let me tell y'all something. I was having a conversation with a vendor today, and I was asking about the tornadoes. I said, we experienced a whole situation like a couple of months ago. So I said, so give it to me straight, because he's lived out here all his life. I said, give it to me straight, man. Wow, spinning DDT outside the ring by Navarro
Wow.
to Ali. Good gracious. But yeah, I asked him, I said, so give it to me straight, man. I said, I told her, I told my lady, I said, I can't do it. I cannot do it. These tornadoes, I cannot do it. I'm fine with earthquakes, no problem. Nobody wants to feel the shake. It's always a little unnerving, but there's no guarantees that anything major is going to happen. We haven't had a major earthquake in Los Angeles since 1994. But I said,
But I was in
I
the
said, and so was I. So was
and I
I.
never want to experience that again.
But
That
I
was
said,
scary.
give it to me straight. What's the tornado situation out here? He goes, well, they don't usually touch down, but he says, I'm 38. And I would probably say in my lifetime, probably about 15 have touched down. And my eyes just went like this.
That's a lot.
I was like, what you mean 15 touched down? Because usually like you get a warning, like it's up in the air, but it may not actually. And so he was like, yeah, so, you know, and they touch down and they can be devastating. So I'm looking at him like, he's like, but, you know, we have a lot of storm shelters. I said, listen.
Do they? Where?
I don't know.
Where
We'll
are the
find
storm
out.
shelters?
I said, where we are, we're on the top floor. So I said, if a tornado hit and ripped off the roof, that's it. It's a wrap. I can't deal. 15 have touched down in his lifetime. Man, that just set me right back. Set me right back. So I feel this might be a good time to maybe let you know, have a little conversation.
Oh, this is the time? I feel like 3 days ago would have been that time.
I feel like this is a safe space.
All right.
I feel like this is a safe space. Bob said, like, you know how they say somebody like gets out of pocket, like you got one more time. So I'm telling these tornadoes, you got one more time.
One more time, tornado.
And I'm telling you, you got one more time. But if a situation even comes close to me, that's it. I'm done. Cannot. I've lived through earthquakes and hurricanes. But a hurricane's on the water. Tornadoes like on the ground.
I threw it on the ground.
Literally. You know, pick it up and throw it on the ground 50 miles away. You all saw Twister. Took cows. Nah, player. Can't do it. Can't do it, son. We're good, Aaron Teagle. We are good. Ali, yes. So Retribution was hot garbage. Had potential. And again, something that they fumbled wholeheartedly. The sad thing about Retribution is that you had people who we already knew who they were, and you're giving them these ridiculous names. And the thing is, it's not like these people are wrestling usually under their real name. They usually have a pseudonym that they're wrestling under. We accept that. But when you're now a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude, now I got to draw the line, you know? And I'm looking at these people going, are we doing this? We doing this? Yeah, Retribution was just, it started off fire and then it just fizzled out. Something terrible.
Welcome back, Jinping.
Exactly, Pretty Richie. We all seen what happened. I seen it with the Wicked Witch of the East. Dropped the house right on her. You want that to happen? The house dropped right on her. I will say this, speaking of movies, if you haven't watched Wicked, now I'm not much of a musical person, but we went to the Pantages Theater, saw Wicked in the theater, loved it. Saw the first movie, loved it. All right, we are going to watch the follow-up, loved it. Loved it, because you expounded on the story in a way that you had never seen before. And so then you go back to watch The Wizard of Oz, and I was like, oh, snap. So she really didn't melt away. What a world, what a world. It was great. My bone of contention, and we talked about this. If you missed it, go watch our review. My bone of contention, munchkins need to be munchkins.
Oh, absolutely.
Munchkins are this tall.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot call yourself a munchkin and be a regular sized person.
Absolutely.
So that was my one bone of contention with that last film. Back to the action. Navarro is down. Ali going to the top rope. That ref is saying, "Get down here." A spin and a miss from Ali.
Oh! Did he knock himself out?
Lord have
Jeez.
mercy. Ali ran into that.
Look at him. He's like, where am I?
Turnbuckle.
Where am I? Is the match done?
Can we get a replay on
You
that?
knocked yourself out, bruh.
And the ref checked on him like, "You good?
Right.
You good?
Right.
Should I call your family? Is there anything I need to do?"
How many fingers do I have up?
My goodness. Big boot to the face by Ali. Oh, Navarro in turn. So I got one of my own here, bruh. Okay, we got a situation here, folks.
Oof.
Big elbow by Ali. Put Navarro on his shoulders. He's on the second row. What are we fitting to do? Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh, Navarro turned it around. My goodness, and a little bit of a cutter. We got a cover. That was 1.5. 1.5. Don't be skeptical about Wicked. Don't be skeptical. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't like musicals at all. There are a few that I'm okay with. The 1980, what was it, 86? I don't know. Little Shop of Horrors, goated. Suddenly Seymour,
Oh!
goated.
Goated.
But Wicked was solid. Wicked was solid.
Mm.
There we go. Navarro with a cover.
No. No.
2. So yeah, watch the first one. Watch the second one. Yeah, it is solid. And the second one had Wizard of Oz stuff going on in there. It's layered. I will have to admit, the second one is layered in a way that I actually did not expect, and in a way that I actually appreciated from a storytelling standpoint. I really did. But again, I really, really took exception with the Munchkins not being Munchkins. If you've seen the original Wizard of Oz, I think at this point, I'm fair to say, I think pretty much most of us have, because it usually comes out during Christmas time. So if we've watched it and you have a general idea what that movie is all about, Wicked it's basically, it's a prequel, and then it happens all at the same time of the Wizard of Oz. Like, it's just the way they layered it, and the wizard and the witch, like, it's just so, it's crazy the way they layered it, and why these characters are the way they are, and you're thinking they're actually, like, for years you're thinking these characters are this way, and then it's like, oh snap,
Just like they did Maleficent.
yeah, it's just, it was
Showing
good.
you a different point of view.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about The Wiz, Pretty Richie? You know, here's a funny thing about The Wiz. It was required watching in the Black community back in the day. Just was. Like Roots. Right on. It's just, and Navarro taps out. Oh, Navarro tapped out.
How could you be mad at Michael Jackson as a scarecrow and Diana Ross as, you know?
Oh, he's putting him in the sharpshooter again.
I mean,
wow.
I feel like the movie itself wasn't as good as it could have been and should have been, but the talent, you know, it was full of talent.
Hold on, hold on.
And you have to watch it at least once.
McNemeth coming out here again. Oh, and so is Mike Santana. What's going on here?
I think they're coming out here to help Navarro.
Okay, okay. Cooperation. Currently frenemies. I don't think this is going to turn out well, though.
Oh, jeez. Y'all gonna let this one dude just, I was gonna say, what the hell?
He lands on his feet like a cat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're surrounding the
Still
ring.
outnumbered.
This is bad news for them. They should have stuck their nose
Who
in this
else is
business.
Anyone else coming? Navarro, wake up! Oh no, they're getting down.
Nope, nope. They're disbanding. They're moving away. They're moving away. Nemeth's like, come on, let's go. Oh, who got the ring? Oh,
You got knocked out.
young man, young man.
You got
You
knocked
should have been
the
bobbing and
cuss out.
weaving. Debo. Oh, Nemeth. He hit Santana with the zigzag. Just couldn't help himself. The crowd is booing. My goodness. He says he's a man of his word, and yet he drops Santana like a bad habit the first chance he got. Not a bad show, though. Not a bad show. I got to tell you, overall, not a bad show. You got to drop your rates for Thursday Night Impact.
Drop your rates, baby.
Not a bad show. I tell you, every single time, whenever a show flies by, a good show for me.
We were also talking a lot, though.
We were. But yeah, The Wiz, Michael Jackson was excellent. Everybody was excellent in the show. It just
wasn't
a
written
different, yeah, the production had problems. And when that happens, it is what it
They
is.
should have let Michael Jackson write and produce it, and it would have been great.
Now, watching it back years after the fact, it has its charm. But just like with the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, when that film came out, it was not a commercial success. It didn't really hit until after, and people were watching it after the fact. And then now it's like, it's in our minds, it's like, oh my gosh, Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka, goated. But when it first came out, box office bomb. So it just was, that was one of those films that it just was, it was set in a different time. It's a time capsule, because you got to look at the period in which that film was made. It was made, it was a blaxploitation period, and it just was a very specific time in America. So that film came out at a very particular time, and that was something for the community, for us to feel like we had something for ourselves. And now you look at it, I mean, it's goated. And Michael Jackson, excellent. Excellent. But drop your rates for TNA. How y'all feeling about this? I believe you on that one, Marvelous Queen. I believe you. These people need to leave you alone when it comes to trying to get some money. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's no good. No bueno. All right, Roland Bird, you have TNA at an 8 out of 10. Celeste giving the show a solid 10. Love it. Last name, middle name says 10 out of 10. Chin up, chest out, and watch for the Who Wants to Walk with A and B Convos. I love that. I love that. I think we need to get a guitar on set just so we can do that.
We should.
I can just strum it. Who wants to walk? Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
8.95 out of 10 for Pretty Richie. I think that's fair. Ariana says, I didn't watch the show, but the stream was a 10 out of 10. And I'm going to tell you, for those that don't actually watch the show and actually come in here just to chat with us, goats. Goats.
Goats.
Thank you, Ariana. What is your rate and your hot take for TNA Impact?
Oh, I thought it was a good show. I thought the voodoo doll thing was the voodoo doll thing was dumb, but pro wrestling is all about dumb stuff like that. And when you do it right, it's funny. And I thought it was funny. So at the end of the day, like, that was a good final match. I wasn't mad at how it ended. I like that Nick Nemeth was like, no, we're gonna do this as an anniversary. So he should kick him. They're not friends, but he could have fought him tonight and he didn't. I think overall the show was like a solid 8.
Solid 8. Well, I'll tell you what. Taro Breeze
Hey,
says,
Shamanica.
amazing. What up, Shamanica? Amazing for TNA. A and B gets a 10 out of 10, 8.9 all day. I am going to agree. I think the show was actually a solid 8. It was entertaining. It moved really quickly. The voodoo doll thing, it was giving glow. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with glow, but it was a little, it's what pro wrestling is. I didn't think TNA needed it, but that's what that character does. And so I wasn't totally mad at it. So I think that was probably one of the lower points. But the match itself was fine. I think everything hit the way that it needed to hit. They're telling their stories and they're pushing stuff forward. So overall, I think the show was very entertaining. And that's what I like to. That's what I like to see, man. Just give me an entertainment. All the matches hit. They did what they needed to do. Roger Pace gives the show a 9.5. I know you are not a stranger, Marvelous Queen. I know that much, and I appreciate you being with us. Just keep your head on swivel. Make sure nobody's taking advantage of you. But that is quite all right, folks. This was a good night. Now, listen. Let me lay it out to you.
9.5. That's not bad, Roger.
Let me lay it out to you. Tomorrow, we're going to be live for Friday Night SmackDown. We're also going to be doing a members lounge this weekend. Keep your notifications on Fleck.
On Fleck.
We want the members to come in here and let them know. We got a little something that's for your eyes only.
That's right.
So do not miss it. I want to thank y'all. We got some Walking Dead to get to. I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to thank y'all for coming in here. For those that didn't even watch the show, you just came in here to hang. Love y'all for it. Love y'all for it. Thank you so, so much for doing that. We hope you had a good time. If you were new, hey, welcome. It's a bop.
It's a bop. But it is a clean family show. So we do try to be respectful to one another. We could agree to disagree, but we do try to keep it clean in here. We have all kinds of different people from different ages, different walks of life, different things going on, and we try to make sure it's a family place.
That's an interesting title, Celeste. That's something on, where's that going to be coming out on? Is that Netflix or?
That is very interesting.
But hey, better late than never, Shamanica. Come on in here and do what you got to do. Listen, we
And
know
we'll see you
full
tomorrow.
good and well, we could be like a lot of other people, cussing up a storm, raunching up a storm, just shat all over all of this when things don't hit, and we might get some clicks and some, that's all well and good. I'm not knocking it. It's just
Thank
not
you,
who we
Roland.
are as people. We just want to have a good time watching wrestling, enjoy ourselves, and we don't want any bullying. We don't want any of that kind of atmosphere. Netflix, beautiful, love it. We just want to have fun because at the end of the day, we're fans.
Right.
We'll call out their stuff when it's necessary. We don't just love everything that all the promotions do, but we're fans, and we want to make sure that we keep our wonderment when it comes to pro wrestling. And we just want to enjoy the show. And we're able to do that with friends and family. Hey, it's a good day.
Good day.
So make sure y'all come on back. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. You mother...
Curse, curse, cuss, cuss, curse.
There you go. I did it. You can dub that over if you want to. We sincerely hope that we are number one in your hearts. You guys are absolutely, as always, number one in ours. We love you back, Pretty Richie, and we love each and every one of you. So make sure you come on back tomorrow for some more A&B Convos.
A wrestling edition.
I'll be cussing up a storm. You won't even recognize me. Matter of fact, you know what? I might have a cigarette.
First of all,
Like some
you
Jack
have never
Daniels.
smoked a cigarette a day in your life. You would be coughing the entire time.
The point is, hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to be smoking. It's going to be drugging and sexing and all kinds of
Are
stuff
you
over
Andrew
here.
Dice Clay right now?
Hey, oh, take it easy here. I can't do that what he used to do.
Is he
Can't do
dead?
that. He is not.
Where is he?
He's very much alive.
Oh.
He's very much alive. He does the same act. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit quite like it used to back in the day.
I will.
Yeah, she might. She might. Either way, we'll be back for Friday Night SmackDown. As I know, our audience is pretty much WWE folks. So, you know, just like Christmas Story, which, by the way, as much as I don't like Christmas stuff, I actually do like A Christmas Story. That actually is one of my few Christmas films. That, and of course, the Christmas special
Of the
that
Guardians of the Galaxy.
it's
awesome.
That we so enjoy. And that's going to be good. No, I won't. All right, that's it for us, folks. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And we will bid you all.
Adieu.
God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.